Hello Hello，大家好，这里是妍妍老师。今天终于鼓足勇气做好准备，要开始录 A Level 的课程了。So finally, I'm ready to record the A Level Chinese course. I've only started to teach A Level this year. Well, as you can see, the date on the screen is 2022, September 8th, my very first time to teach A Level course. Because before, our school has been teaching pre-U Cambridge course, and to be fair, pre-U course is much easier than the A Level, because A Level for non-native speaker it is very challenging. It says that the content and the form will change in the next few years to to make it easier for non-native speaker to achieve a higher grade. However, unfortunately, the student I am currently teaching, the Year 12 students, I don't think when they actually to sit in the exam, it will make much change. But hopefully in the future, maybe the next Year 12 I teach will use the new content and format. Yeah, so as I said before, I've been teaching pre-U course. It is easier for the native speaker. 就是前2年我是一直在教这个 pre-U 的那个这个课程。pre-U 呢确实是很简单，它也是分为2部分，一部分是语言，一部分是文化。文化这部分要求学生是用那个英文来分析这个东西，写文章。所以呢，对于这个不是母语者来讲，确实要简单很多。那现在这个 A level 的所有的东西都是要用中文的。So the A level all the exams even include to analyze the literature and the essay writing. They all required to use the Chinese characters. However, the pre-U when they answer the history questions and the literature questions, they use the English, so that's why it is much easier for the non-native speaker. But however, the pre-U course is cancelled, so it is what it is, and yeah, we all have to bear with it. 好，我们现在来开始。Now let's start. This video is very short introduction for the A-level course. If you are a teacher, you probably has already, had the training of the A-level. If you're a student, you need to be pre-warned. It is quite hard, so it needs lots of work. In our school, we have 3 lessons for language, 3 lessons for the literature. That is not enough at all. So my students, they all worked pretty very, very hard. So at home, at least 1 to 2 hours every day. That is required for achieving a good grade for this A-level course. 好，我们现在开始吧。Let's start. We started at September. Okay. So this was a very small starter task I had with my student after a summer holiday. So I asked 你的暑假怎么样? How was your summer holiday? 暑假的时候你去了哪儿？做了什么？Those are the questions, the similar questions in their GCSE speaking exam. So during the summer holiday, where you went, and what did you do? 天气怎么样? How was the weather? 你为什么上高中? So you, why, go to high school or go to sixth form? It's kind of a small warm-up task we did. After that, I give them an introduction of the A-level course. So as you can see, this is the specification. If you're teaching A-level or if you're studying A-level, this is something you must read. The content and assessment overview. So this course consists of 2 exam papers, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Speaking assessment in April, May. So when they are year 13, April, May, we need to complete their speaking assessment, which is, for my opinion, the most challenging part. Here is the time allocated to blah 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 blah. You can pause the video, have a look if you're interested, or whatever. And the breakdown of the assessment objectives. Paper 1 is listening, reading, and translation. Paper 2 is a written response to works and translation. So paper 1 is the one I'm mainly responsible for. The language part, listening, reading, and translation part, so 80 marks in total, 40% of the qualification. Lots of the topics overlap with the GCSE topics, which I will talk about later. Section A is listening, so 30 marks, and section B is reading, 30 marks as well. The section C, translation, so translation into English, Chinese to English part. And paper 2 is a essay writing, include literature and film. So the film we chose is Please Vote for Me, and the book we are studying is a pigeon called Feng. Paper 3 is speaking. Speaking 72 marks, include a speech and a research which students need to do. The teacher could help, however, it's more about the students to explore the topics they are interested. So this is the language part, the theme and the sub-themes. Theme 1, the changes of modern Chinese society, include two big topics. One is family, the other one is education and work. Theme 1 is the one students are very familiar with. So far, we are in school term 4, we have done theme 1 and theme 2. So theme 1, the family part, in GCSE, we use AQA. So AQA GCSE theme 1, identity and cultural, also include family, education and work. So the family, we mainly talked about the family structure, one-child policy, also the two children policy, even now 三孩政策, 3 children policy. And also we talked about the 代沟 generation gap, and the parents don't understand the teenagers and how to communicate with parents better. And also we talked about the aging population. In topic 2, education and work, we talked about the school life, so what the school's like in China, and compared the school, Chinese school and English school. Also, we talk about the job opportunity, the work-life balance as well. Theme 2 focus on Chinese culture. Again, this is also a GCSE topic. We talked about the traditional Chinese festivals like the Spring Festival, 端午节 Dragon Boat Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, and Qingming. Include the what we do, what we eat in these festivals. And another topic is cultural activities, include the 流行文化, for example, the pop music, the popular TV shows, movies, and the book, 包括四大名著, the 4 classic books. And theme 3, we will start theme 3 next term. Again, for my opinion, theme 3 and theme 4 probably are the challenging themes for the students, something they are not so familiar with. Theme 3, the development of Chinese society. The GCSE topic also covered the technology, environment. So theme 3, we will talking about the communication, technology, so the impact of the technology on the Chinese society, and economy, environment as well. Theme 4 is a totally new theme for the student. It's the impact of reform since 1978. So we are going to talk about some history part, the reform and change since 1978, talking about the change of the Chinese society since then. And then the second topic is about China-UK relationship. So it's more related to nowadays, the what's going on nowadays, especially the the China and UK relationship. Okay, so the book we're using is the AS, the Green Book. In the next video, I will show you. So A-level skills for the themes. Students are required to develop the following skills, blah, 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 blah. And literature and film. So this was our term 1 plan. Term 1, we did a little bit revision of their GCSE content. Luckily, my students are very, very good students, a hard worker, so they didn't forget everything, before their exam. We talked the family with the help of the AS book. We learned the so in our lesson, we basically open the book, find the passage, and I ask my students to go through this beforehand and translate it, and then answering the questions, learn the new vocab, and then in the lesson they need to translate one by one, so we understand the passage, we could answer the questions accordingly, and then I will go through the key vocab, also expand some of the vocab, and then focusing on the structures. Okay, some resource I give my student to use: Chairman Bao, Vocab Express, we can't use that anymore. Quizlet, Go Chinese. Go Chinese is a very good source. It's my personal favorite. And Pre-U Mandarin resources, luckily, I have taught Pre-U for 3 years, so we have got some of the resource. For example, lots of the topics are the same with the Pre-U course. Like the family, education, technology, we could just use those exercises, use those resources to A-level. 有道词典 translation tool, very useful. Right, so homework normally I give to students is to pre-learn those passages and answer those questions, and then bring the questions to lesson, because we only have 3 lessons a week, and then that is not enough at all. So the pace is very fast. Going through the passage, answering the questions, and focusing on the grammar exercise. Okay. So here is the A-level course. If you're a student thinking about to learn it, frankly speaking, it requires a lot of work and it is very challenging. If you're a teacher, you're about to teach A-level, also, you need to spend quite a lot of time in pre-learning this, especially the literature and film part. For the language part, personally, I think it is, fairly easier, because if you have the experience teaching GCSE and then you just transfer those skills to A-level, as a native speaker, it wasn't too bad for me. It's just lots of work to do for the students. Alright, I'll see you in next video. Next A-level course we'll start to talk about theme 1, topic 1. 好，再见。